Welcome to Unboxing. My name is Rafael Escobedo. On this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about the previews and predictions of Kovalev versus Mohammedi.
Come on.
And first, we're going to go over some quick notes that's going on this week on boxing. We have Lucas Matthiessen going to go ahead and fight Victor Postol October 3rd at the StubHub Center. It's been finalized and it's going to be on HBO. And good thing coming out of this is whoever wins out of this fight is going to fight Amir Rahman for the belt. So at 140 pounds, a lot of things are happening right now. Miguel Cotto versus Saul Canelo. Alvarez is still negotiating right now. Right now, they got everything out of the way. They just need to find out the venue. They're going to fight at Las Vegas, but they're trying to see if they're going to fight on the MGM Grand or they're going to fight at the Tom Mack Center. The reason that they're deciding which venue is because of the dates. November 7th, they have the MGM Grand will be available for them. And on November 21st, the Tom Mack Center will be available, which they partner up with Wynn Hotels for that event. Cotto and HBO prefer to have the 21st, which would lay on the Thomas Mack Center, but MGM is offering a better deal for the November 7th. So I prefer the November 7th because 21st, they got some other things going on. But nothing much there. The fight is actually done. Just these need to finalize the venue. And Oscar De La Hoya mentioned that he was looking for a Triple G to versus David Lemieux for next year. He wanted a little build up for it. Supposedly right now he's in talks for David Lemieux and for Triple G to meet a little bit earlier. At this moment, Triple G has no fighters that he wants to fight, which are the top fighters right now in his weight division that are available for him to fight. I think David Lemieux has a mandatory fight, but I'm pretty sure the opponent would be willing to take some step aside money for Triple G and David Lemieux to fight, and that person will have the option to fight the person who wins out of that. It's just discussions going on right now. But right now, Triple G, he just wants to fight the top people out there, and David Lemieux has a belt, so why not fight him if he's available? And David Lemieux, even though he's not up there yet, but at the same time, we don't know because Triple G hasn't really fought anybody in the top. If David Lemieux loses, it doesn't matter. It's a win-win for him because he's still young. He's pretty sure he's probably able to find somebody else at 160 and for the belt. But nothing's finalized. They're just discussion, just probably throwing up against the wall, see if it sticks. For David Lemieux, it is more money than he'll be getting it anytime soon. Won't be surprised this happens, but they're looking to see if this happens by the end of the year. Floyd Mayweather's next opponent is still not finalized, still not confirmed by their camp, by their promotions, anything. But TMZ has put it out there that supposedly the leaks out there that he's going to go ahead and fight Andre Berto. I'm not exactly sure what they're waiting for. If anything needs to be finalized, probably the monies. This looks like it's going to happen for September 12th. Everybody's talking about CBS because ain't nobody going to pay for a pay-per-view event of that much money when he's going to fight Andre Berto, who hasn't really making any gains in the 147-pound division or any division, any weight class. But still waiting for this to get finalized, and after that, I'll go ahead and do a prediction video for that fight. And let's go ahead and talk about the main event, Sergey Kovalev versus Mohammedi. Can't pronounce his first name, so I ain't trying to butcher it. And Sergey the Crusher Kovalev, if you haven't seen him, he's dominating the light heavyweight division, and Mohammedi's a mandatory. He has to fight him to retain his belt. The other light heavyweight out there that has a belt, or probably the only one out there that has a belt, is Adonis Stevenson. Sergey Kovalev has all three belts. He just needs that WBC belt from Adonis Stevenson. His mandatory fight to keep one of his belts, and he's going to fight Mohammedi. And let's talk about Mohammedi a little bit. Looking at his record, he hasn't really fought anybody noticeable. Even looking at the records, the fighters have been fighting are kind of not so great, and he's been fighting most of his time in France. He has 40 fights, 37 wins, 3 losses, and 23 peg KOs. Mohammedi has won his last 4 fights by knockouts, but the opponents he's been fighting not so great. He does have an awkward stance. He fights kind of wide open. He squares up a lot. He kind of picks up his elbow like he's ready to brawl. He does have looks like he does have a heavy punch, but looking at his knockouts, but then again, looking at the opponents he has had, don't look so great. So it's pretty hard to tell what's going on with Mohammedi. Going back again, Sergey Kovalev is going to be dominating. He's a 1 inch taller. He's going to be using his reach, throwing the jabs, throwing the right hands, keep him at bay. Just in case he does have a pop, don't want him to get inside because that's why he throws his right hands and left hooks from the inside. But I do see Sergey Kovalev go ahead and get a 7-round KO. I really don't want to overlook Mohammedi, but I can't help it. Looking at his record, look at the way he fights, the people he's been fighting, doesn't really show how much or what he could do or not or anything like that. But at the same time, doesn't show that if he could take a punch or not. But if you're looking at his 3 losses, 2 of them came from KOs. And he's been fighting most of his career in the light heavyweight, so you think you'll be able to withstand, any punches if he's that good. Even though I got Sergey Kovalev winning in the 7th round, I think this will be a pretty good fight to see, just to see where Sergey Kovalev has to offer. He's one of the top fighters right now in boxing, and just helps just to go check him out, see what's about. See also if he helps out him to fight Adonis Stevenson, who was dominating the light heavyweight division for a while until Sergey Kovalev jumped him in the scene. And let's go to the co-main event. Jean Pascal versus Gonzalez. Pascal has lost to Kovalev in his last fight by TKO. So he's trying to get there and come back and get back, see, get another shot at the title. If it's not with Kovalev, see if he fights with Adonis Stevenson. So hopefully we get another KO after the co-main event. There's some other fights going on. The Hawaiian Punch, Brian Villara is going to fight on Unimas versus Omar Soto on NBC. Be PBC on NBC. BJ Flores is going to fight, I want to pronounce it right, Bebu Shulmanov for the WBA interim cruiserweight title. And that's pretty much what's going on this weekend for boxing. Not that much. Sergey Kovalev, something you want to check out. Hopefully make some impressions so we get some more fans under him, or just to get more fans under boxing. Please check out my video on the top 5 fighters I have right now. It's June 2015. I'll go ahead and leave the link in the description below. If you have any other top fighters that you want to mention, go ahead and leave that in the comments. And thank you for Man Boxing. Go ahead and leave some comments for discuss. Please like and please subscribe.